symmetrical, it's clean, it's detailed, can be modified easily, moves in a lot of directions. So yeah, I think it is a lot like a resume. Can I keep it? Thank you and welcome back for another episode of Tactical Career Planning. Episode 4, dedicated to the functional resume. Now, this is its own standalone episode because a lot like cover letters, people ask about resumes and where to start. So what makes a functional resume so different than any other? Functional resumes are used when an individual has held numerous jobs or positions in the last several years, 10 years maybe. They're used if there are gaps in the work history. Let's say somebody went to school, which can be easily rectified. But functional resumes can also be used when somebody wants to switch careers or occupations completely and there's no relevant or related skills or abilities. I think it's important to understand that just like any other document, there is no universally accepted NATO-approved format for a resume. So I suggest err on the side of caution and develop something that's simple and easy to read, also easily modified and targetable based on any opportunity that presents. Your resume is your baby. It can be whatever you want it to be. What it boils down to, and if we prepare for a worst case scenario, we must be able to indicate to the person reading it that we are the most qualified or highly qualified for that position. We've talked about symmetry, spacing and indentation, the use of bullet points. Now let's talk about the categories that are included in a very simple resume, a functional resume. Resumes are really quite simple once you have a format. In this example, there are 6 components: contact information, the objective statement, skills and abilities, work experience, education, and always, always, always your military category. For the most part, you'll find that this resume or your resume won't change. Sure, your skills and abilities as they're listed will change as they relate to the job, but your contact information, your work experience, certainly your military experience, and education will all remain the same. Okay, we're almost done and we're getting there. Here are some considerations when putting together your functional resume. Targeting. The document has to speak exactly to the opportunity you are pursuing. It's not difficult. You're more than welcome to contact any staff associate at a WorkSource office near you if you need support in that area. Symmetry, alignment, font, sizing, spacing, indentation, error-free in terms of spelling and punctuation. These are considerations that you want to give this document. It's also important to keep in mind that the top 1/3 of your resume is likely the most important. That's where you sink the hook. In the event that somebody only gives your resume 20 to 30 seconds, are you going to be able to convince them or convey to them that you are a highly qualified candidate? Focus on the overall presentation. Easy to read font, correct sizing, symmetry, indentation, spelling, especially if you include attention to detail in your skills and abilities, it has to be present in the resume. Remember, the resume is no fashion show. Here we are after action review. What did we talk about in this episode? We talked about functional resume. Functional resume is used when you have multiple gaps in your employment history. Let's say you're switching careers or occupations completely. It's effective to have an easily modifiable format that you can adjust based on any opportunity that presents. The top 1/3 of your resume is the most important and the most valuable. That's where you sink the hook. The resume itself is valuable real estate, so be effective in its use. Consider spacing and font and indentation, especially if you reference attention to detail as a skill. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me directly or any knowledgeable staff member at a WorkSource office near you.